Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. And today we're back once again with the horror movie scratch offs. And this is going to be a little bit different type of review this time around because this is a film that I reviewed 2 years ago on the channel. And it's a film now that I've only seen. Now, this is only the second time that I've sat down and watched this from start to finish. Now, that film is from 1973 and it's William Friedkin's classic, The Exorcist, starring Ellen Burstyn and Linda Blair. Now, of course, I have the 4K right here, the beautiful Steelbook 4K of The Exorcist. But like I said, I reviewed this film 2 years ago. So I figured instead of doing like an all out, just kind of like copy and paste from what I did 2 years ago, I just want to go over like my thoughts and my feelings about what I think about this film. Now, the performances in this film are absolutely off the chart. They are incredible. Linda Blair's performance as Reagan is phenomenal. Ellen Burstyn as Chris McNeil, Reagan's mother in the film, is remarkable. Everybody in this film is absolutely amazing. Father Karras. I mean, guys, it's for somebody. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, I believe the actor who played him. This is like his first time being in a movie. Like it was his first time being in a movie. I don't know if he was ever in anything else besides maybe making an appearance in Exorcist 3, but it just fit. It felt so natural in this film. I can't mention it enough about how everybody's performance feels so real, and everything that they go through, and the fear and the sadness and everything that they go through in this film just feels so authentic on screen. It's amazing. The way it's shot, the atmosphere of the film, the music, it's still so chilling. The music, when it starts, you know exactly what film you're watching. It is incredible. The special effects, yes, some seem a little bit dated at times in the film, but for the most part are still absolutely terrifying. The things that Linda Blair, her character Reagan, had to go through. I mean, this is one of those cursed films. A lot of people consider it to be one of those cursed films. She got injured a little bit making this film. And I'm probably saying it being, taking it very lightly. Her getting injured, because she did. I believe she injured her back, a little bit with this film. But this film also is a little bit of a slow burn. Now, we talked about it in Rosemary's Baby, how that one was a slow burn as well, but I just couldn't get into that film. I didn't care about the characters. There was no connection there. I didn't feel it. I didn't feel what they were trying to put on screen. And I know people love that film, but I just couldn't get into it and feel what they were feeling. Whereas this one is the same. It's a slow burn, a slow buildup, but I'm there with them. Like I feel the chills and everything when Reagan is doing the spider walk and she's spitting peas out of her mouth, and everything that she's doing with the scenes with the cross when she's talking to her mother. It's wild and it's crazy, but I feel it feels authentic. I feel there, like in the moment with them going through this, and that's something I just couldn't get with Rosemary's Baby. Everything you feel, all Father Karras, in this film, it is the determination to save this little girl, and the things that Reagan has to go through, thinking that taking her to a doctor and thinking that is it all psychological? Is she is something physical going on with her or mentally going on with her? And even at one point, the doctor says, have you maybe even thought about an exorcism? Because we just can't figure out what is going on with this poor little girl and the torment that she is going through. And even when there's scenes when she has like writing on her stomach, like the demon, it's just the way the demon is just making her body just change in so many horrific ways. And the terror that, like I said, Ellen Burstyn is phenomenal as Chris McNeil. She wants to save her daughter. And Linda Blair's performance, I believe this might have been Linda's like her first performance in a movie. I'm not quite sure, but she is amazing. Like everything, this poor girl just wants help, and it just everything, all the priests that come into this film and are part of it, everything feels so real and authentic. And that is what I think is so makes this film is so everlasting in the eyes of so many people, whether you're a horror fan or not. This is a seminal film. Like, this is a film that you need. If you're any kind of movie fan, you need to watch this film. And I kicked myself in the butt for taking so long to watch this film because I feel like I missed out. But I think I was so hearing things about how just terrifying this film was. I think I was a little bit terrified myself, like actually going and watching it. Even I have my limits, and it's how this film is just portrayed as this incredibly scary film. And like I said, it is still scary, but it's not just the image that you see on screen that are terrifying or things that happen to Reagan. It's just the way the film makes you feel. It makes you feel so many different things. And yeah, I can't say enough, guys. Like I said, I did a review. If you want to hear more about, story wise and everything, I did the review a couple years ago. You can look it up on the channel. But I figured just do something a little bit different instead of just doing the same old cookie cutter thing. Kind of talk about how I feel about this particular movie because it is phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. And if you haven't seen it, if you're like me and you never watched this film, guys, you really should go check this out. It's it will definitely, if you haven't, if you're a movie fan, you have to. That's all I can say. You have to watch The Exorcist, and it definitely the way when especially going and watching Exorcist 3 a few weeks ago, there are things that definitely kind of tie in, depending on which version of Exorcist 3 you watch, tie in with things that happened with the original Exorcist. And yeah, I can't say enough about it, guys. It's definitely one checking out, one worth checking out. So, and definitely the 4K looks amazing too. So you can't go wrong there. Great film and great transfer on 4K. So guys, let's go ahead and see what the next film is on the docket for the top 50 horror movies. Let's go ahead and shuffle up the old deck and see what we are going to pick out of the movies. Let's go ahead and what do we have here? Let's go ahead. Got the pile right here. And here is our card. What is it going to be? What does it say? 1978, 91 minutes, rated R, slasher crime. 1978. Okay. You thinking what I'm thinking, guys? Cause I think it might actually fit into October. If it's the movie that I'm thinking, and it's from 1978, and it's a slasher, it can only mean one thing, could it? I'd be very, very happy if it is. Because it is one of my all-time favorites. Let's see. What are we going to have? Bingo, guys. I hit the jackpot this time. Because it is a film that I know very, very well. Can you see Mikey right there? Can you see him, guys? We know what we're talking about. From 1978. I talked about it so many times on the channel. And we're going to talk about it again. Maybe we'll do the same kind of thing, like my feelings on it, kind of like what I just did with The Exorcist. But, yep, John Carpenter's classic, the boogeyman himself, Michael Myers. Holla freaking ween, baby. We're talking about it on the channel tomorrow. I cannot wait, guys. Like, subscribe, and comment if you get the chance, and I'll catch you in another episode. Take care.